Their numbers remain unclear. Nobody, neither the US government nor human rights groups, has an exact figure for these Afghans who have a direct connection with official America but who did not make it out. The Association of Wartime Allies, an advocacy group, estimates that there are 118,000 Afghans, including their families, who are still in Afghanistan and eligible for the visa. The group wrote in a report at the end of August that it is reasonable that nearly 1% of the Afghan population has in some way worked for or are family members of those who worked for the United States. Afghanistan's population is estimated at about 40 million. There are hundreds of thousands who remain trapped, Adam Bates, a lawyer with the International Refugee Assistance Project, said Tuesday during a video news conference in the United States. The majority of our clients were not able to leave Afghanistan on the evacuation flights. How real their danger is remains unclear. There have been scattered reports of the Taliban carrying out executions as they swept the country, particularly at Spin Boldak on the Pakistan border, where 40 people associated with the government were killed, according to the Afghan Independent Human Rights Commission. Since taking Kabul on August 15, the Taliban have conducted house-to-house searches and made arrests. Their methods rely heavily on intimidation. They have announced to family members of media workers, for instance, that they are looking for them, according to Human Rights Watch. The fact that they are looking for them is also a threat, said Patricia Gossman of Human Rights Watch. It's the way a police state functions, she added. Who are the Taliban? The Taliban arose in 1994 amid the turmoil that came after the withdrawal of Soviet forces from Afghanistan in 1989. They used brutal public punishments, including floggings, amputations and mass executions, to enforce their rules. Here's more on their origin story and their record as rulers. Who are the Taliban leaders? These are the top leaders of the Taliban, men who have spent years on the run, in hiding, in jail and dodging American drones. Little is known about them or how they plan to govern, including whether they will be as tolerant as they claim to be. One spokesman told The Times that the group wanted to forget its past, but that there would be some restrictions. How did the Taliban gain control? See how the Taliban retook power in Afghanistan in a few months and read about how their strategy enabled them to do so. What happens to the women of Afghanistan? The last time the Taliban were in power, they barred women and girls from taking most jobs or going to school. Afghan women have made many gains since the Taliban were toppled, but now they fear that ground may be lost. Taliban officials are trying to reassure women that things will be different, but there are signs that, at least in some areas, they have begun to reimpose the old order. What does their victory mean for terrorist groups? The United States invaded Afghanistan 20 years ago in response to terrorism, and many worry that Al-Qaeda and other radical groups will again find safe haven there. On August 26, deadly explosions outside Afghanistan's main airport claimed by the Islamic State demonstrated that terrorists remain a threat. They have unleashed a lot of people who are interested in revenge, she said. People are eager to flee because it is not going to be survivable.